What is up, everybody? Welcome in. It is Tuesday night and it is DISANITY. We are live from home tonight, and I got bad news for you guys. It is a single stream tonight as Melissa is a little under the weather and she is napping at the moment. I did not want to wake her up because she's not feeling well. So I said, you know what? I'm going to go solo tonight. But we got a lot to talk about. We got lots to go over, lots of looking back and looking forward to talk about for sure. But before we do that, let's do some quick mousekeeping. Of course, we want to say to Dean over at the liveplace.com, be sure to check him out. Family-friendly streams. You're looking for a certain streamer, certain day of the week, certain time, certain genre, because it's not all Disney over there at the Live Place. Check him out. Dean is your TV guide of live streamers. Also, check out Magic of the Mouse Radio, 24/7 Disney music. We have 4 partner channels. Of course, we have Steve's World of Disney, Dan. They've been with us for forever. We also have Diz Our Dream and Pete McDevitt. Check those channels out. And I want to say hello to all of our members out of here, membership. Thank you to everybody who is a member of this channel. We actually have a little bit of news about what's we're hoping to do in 2023 when it comes to membership. Membership does have its privileges. We have 3 different levels of membership. It definitely helps the channel so that we're able to do the type of content that we're able to do and hopefully expand on that content. So thank you to all of our members for your generosity and loyalty. And there are perks to that. Buttons, postcards, magnets, T-shirts, depending upon what level you get, things of that nature. So thank you to all of our members. Let's say hi to everybody in the chat because there is a ton of you here. Let's see who's here. We have Jeannie is here, 52573. Douglas Bailey, one of our members. Kenneth H, another member. AB is here. Rachel's here, another member. Good to see you both. Douglas Bailey, I already said hi to Douglas, but Douglas, good to see you. Jeanette, Sebastian the Crab, Gigi, a member is here. Good to see everybody. Eric Newman, what's up, Eric? Good to see you. Scott the Cow is here. Ryan P is here. We also have Keith BDF. What's up, Keith? Good to see you. Samantha Lowe. Hi to Samantha Lowe, another one of our members. Running our show, another member is here. Megan is here, another member. Good to see Megan. Let's see who else we have. Susan's Life with Family. Hello, all. I hope all have had a good new year so far. We have. Good to see you, Susan's Life. I think this might be your first time in the chat. Nice to have you here. Welcome. Jason Buckingham, another member, is here. We also have Stacy Bailey is here. Debbie Bernfeld, another member and good friend, is here. Let's see who else we got. X3 Jim. There's Jim. Stephanie Danielle. My birthday buddy, Diz Jake, and another member is here. Good to see him. Julie McCown. Thank you. I appreciate you saying that, Susan. G. Wilson. What up, G? Another member. There's Dean at the Live Place. Good to see Dean. Let's see. Mark Landcamp, my man. Mark is here. Good to see him. Another member, Christopher Jameson, is here. Stephanie Danielle. I don't know if I said hi to Stephanie. I just want to make sure. What's up, Noah? There's Noah's here. Matt Simba, too. Good to see Matt. He's here as well. Also a member. Candy Tink, another member. Good to see Candy Tink. Vicky Pauly is here. Wow, lots of you in here already. Thanks, gang. Thanks for being here. Scott Rao is here. Craig's Robotics in the house. Kelsey Elizabeth and Movie Mania Nick, both members. Good to see him. There's Jim. More sunshine, please. Jeff and Angela, Diz Our Dream. Simply Do Doug. Brandy and Dave. What's going on? Good to see you. How are you? Thanks for being here. Let's see who else. Nadine is here as well. We have Al and Renee. Renee is here. Steve, Stardio Studios. Welcome in. He's here as well. And I think Allie is here as well. Allie, good to see you. Welcome in, everybody. Happy New Year. Hope everybody had a great New Year. Melissa and I definitely did. We'll kind of talk about our weekend. Luke Smith, welcome in. Good to see you. We spent the weekend starting on the 29th, my birthday, at Disney, 29th, 30th, 31st. And, of course, we came home on the 1st. We had a blast. We really did. We stayed at Saratoga Springs. And we just really had a really good time. We went to the parks. Obviously, you guys saw the different streams. We did my birthday stream, which was a lot of fun. The New Year's Eve, the Christmas Eve. All of them were a blast. Got lots of new friends out of it. We hit 14,000 subs over the weekend. It was just an amazing, amazing time. Vicky Pauly's here. I think I said hi to Vicky. Ben's here. Hey, Ben. WWE Cash is here. Another one of our members. Ben's also a member. Andy, welcome in. Timothy Rainwaters, welcome in. Andy Lampwick Lounge, another member, is also here. It was an awesome set of weekend streams. We did. We had a really good time. We really did. I think we're up to date. Toasty Sadie is here as well. We got to see Dan one last time before Dan and Hannah went back to the UK. We got to spend a little bit more time with them, which was really, really nice. We had a blast with that. Paul Engel is here as well. Paul, good to see you, my friend. Mike Beachman is here as well. Paul's a member as well. I'll say we stayed at Saratoga Springs. I don't know how many of you have actually stayed there. Roxanne Simpson, welcome in. Good to see you. And William, welcome in. Good to see you. I don't know how many of you have stayed at Saratoga Springs. There's pros and cons to that resort. It's really it's a nice resort. It was, obviously it's one of the better DVC resorts as well. But man, that resort is so big. What's up, Victor? Victor's here as well. Hey, Victor, good to have you in here. Evening, Walt. Melissa enjoyed your streams this weekend. And the Yale and Compass review. Thank you. And then we'll talk about the Yale and Compass in a little bit. 820 Chief is also here, another member. Patty Adams is here as well. Good to see Patty. I think we're up to date on that, right? Cynthia Candy Mom, our first member, and our adopted daughter is also here. Melena Gross is here. Good to have you here as well, Melena, another member. Thank you all. Jeff and Angela are in the chat. I'm sure they've stayed there. Is anybody else that's in the chat that has stayed there? It's a really, really big resort. So many different places. It has 4 or 5 bus stops before you even leave the resort. Welcome in to Richard Scott. Welcome in. Good to have you here, buddy, as well. It's fine, but our least favorite, says running our show. See, that's kind of how I feel. It's fine. It's nice, but man, it is so big. You get in there and it's like, Sam, what's up? Good to see you, buddy. Disney Master Chief is in the house. It's just so big. Not our favorite, too big. And that's kind of how I feel. I mean, depending upon where you are on the bus. So when we would go to the parks, we would be the last ones on the bus, obviously. And then, when they picked us up, we went straight to the parks. But coming back, we would be the last ones to get off because we were the first one to get to the park, but the last one coming back from the park. There's like 4 or 5 stops. There's the grandstand, there's the springs, there's the carousel, there's like other ones too. And it's holy moly. I just thought it was so big. Melena says, never stayed there, but we are thinking of staying there when we do our big family trip in a few years. It's on the short list. It's really compatible if you have a big family because you could stay at one of their grand villas, but Old Key West is too. Several of them have the grand villas. Really look into that. Let's see here. Yeah, 5 bus stops. Yeah, and Old Key West does too. I agree. Old Key West is another one. It's really, really big. Brandy and Dave said we stayed there in July. Crazy big. Great access to Disney Springs, but it leaves a bit to be desired with food offerings, transportation, etc. Exactly. It really is not. Well, but even Disney Springs, Brandy and Dave, I'll say this. It depends. Because where we stayed at the carousel one year, we were nowhere near getting to the Disney Springs side. Because it would take a while and you'd have to walk and it would take forever, or you got to take a car to get over there. So even in that respect, it's so big that unless you're over in that way, it's still like a hop, skip, and a jump. I'm staying there for race weekend, says Samantha. That's nice. Good for you, Sam. Let's see who else is here. Preferred room location is nice for Disney Springs, but you definitely pay for it. Yeah, it just depends. Gummy Bear, welcome in. Free cheese and crackers. One con about the Saratoga Springs Resort and Casino hasn't stayed. Well, yeah, hopefully you'll get a chance. You ever consider driving rather than bus? Great question, Luke. Kim Daniels, welcome in. Got to say hi to Kim, and Ray J, welcome in as well. We did both. Okay, so on the 30th, 31st, I'm sorry, New Year's Eve, we had breakfast in the morning at Steakhouse 71. So we parked our car at the Contemporary. We actually drove to the Contemporary, went into Magic Kingdom. We had our morning stream on the 31st, New Year's Eve. You guys saw it. We had 2 streams on New Year's Eve. Well, we left the car there. So after we were done with our stream in the morning, we took the bus back to the resort. And then we napped, relaxed, did whatever. And then when we came back New Year's Eve night, we took the bus back to Magic Kingdom. So we did both. I still prefer. Now, we don't have to pay for parking, I still prefer probably driving, at least from that resort. Jeff and Angel said the only time we take the bus is if we are staying in Saratoga Springs to the Magic Kingdom. We would drive to the other parks. There you go. See? What's up, Teresa? Welcome in. Good to see Teresa Holmes. Cheryl Long is here as well. Wow, tons of you in here. There's the mayor. Good to see the mayor here. I think that's everybody. I don't want to miss anybody. Mark says, use the buses for music, and we were always the first bus stop to and from the parks. That's when my car's transmission went out. Oh, I got you. Yep, I remember that. Patty Adams, Paul Engel's here. Never been there and never wanted to become because it's too big. It is very big. I agree. I wouldn't do it. Mr. Cruise Fever, welcome in. Mandy Adams, welcome to Disney World. Sorry, I want to stay at this contemporary. I stayed there. Very nice. Very nice. True, we were right across the water. The boat's not running was a huge loss, though. The room was fantastic. Yeah, the rooms are really nice. They are. They're nice rooms. Even the one we had. We just had a standard room. We just had a studio. But it was nice. But that being said, it was, I don't know. It's Suzanne's another one. Them and Carlos stayed, her and Carlos and the family stayed there. It's a gigantic resort. Good to see you, Suzanne, by the way. Happy New Year to you. All right. I think we're up to date. Richard Scott says fire Monday night at Beaches and Cream. I thought ice cream was fire. Oh, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I heard about that. I did hear they had a fire over there. Hey, Ray, welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. Hope you had a good time this weekend. Bubba Mary, welcome in. Good to have you here as well. It is a party in here. My goodness, I'm trying to keep up. I might just be all night keeping up with chat. Dude, I got a lot to get over or go over tonight. Let's see who else is here. Wow, you guys are really moving with the chat. Good to have you all here. I love Saratoga Springs Resort. I usually stay there when not doing parks. Okay, that I get, because then you can take your time. You can walk over to the different areas. That I get. I like those that are a little bit more cozy. It can still be big, but a little bit more cozy. I think that's why I like the Wilderness Lodge so much, because everything is so close. David Stevens, welcome in, buddy. Another one of our members is here, and one of our good friends as well. Good to have you here. Bye, the mayor. Have a good dinner. Robert Denoyer is also here. Hi, Robert. Good to have you in. I want the Tiki Room thing. Walt. I got that a while, but you know where I got that? I got that over by Be Our Guest. What's the Village Gifts? I got it in there. That's where it was. Just in Village Gifts. It was like $250. It wasn't cheap, but I had like $175 in gift certificates, and I think I got 20% off as well. Horizons, welcome in. Good to have you here. And Rebecca Virginia, DIY, in the house. Welcome in, Rebecca. Good to have you here. So the streams over the weekend were a blast. It's funny. You learn things about streams, and anybody out there that is a streamer, certain events really encapsulate what your numbers are going to look like. And I'll just give you a hint. When we were streaming New Year's Eve, everybody was streaming New Year's Eve, but most people were at Epcot. Excuse me, myself. See you, Tyre. Welcome in. Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. Melissa's recovering. She's not feeling well today, so she's resting. So we're there, and most of the night we were at 175 to 200 people watching. As we got closer to midnight and closer to the time of the fireworks, 150 became 250, became 350, became 450, became 550, 650, 700 people watching. People come in just to watch the fireworks at midnight, and then that 750 number fell right back down to like 200. It's just funny how you can see that, and I'm sure Jeff and Angela have seen it too, and anybody else that streams. You'll get that big bump like at parade time, or you'll get it at fireworks time, or when something big is about to happen, and then that, because that's what they're there for, which is perfectly fine. But it's just funny how it was one of the first times we really the only other time we got it, and you guys saw it, was on the Christmas party during the first parade. We had it when we hit that big number, and then that's the only other time I've really ever seen that. Yeah, exactly, Jonathan. You expect it with the big moments, depending upon what it is. But it was very fun. We had a blast. We really did. The one thing I'll say, though, is for those that are probably going to ask, we won't do it again now. It's way too many people. At first, we were like, when we got there at like just before 9 o'clock, before we went live, you guys saw down on Main Street, down by the train station, down by City Hall, we were like, wow, this isn't bad. This isn't bad at all. It didn't seem that busy. It looked to be okay. And we went into the park a little bit. We went down to Tomorrowland. It looked okay in Tomorrowland until we got over to where they were doing the dance party. It was really crowded over there. Then we went into Fantasyland. Fantasyland wasn't too bad. Even in the bottleneck area right by Small World and Peter Pan, wasn't terrible. And then we got down by Frontierland. They were doing the hoedown area there. Very crowded in that area. Then we went over into Adventureland by Pirates and all that. And again, it really wasn't that bad. It seemed kind of quiet. But what I was telling Melissa was Main Street wasn't that bad at first. And I said, that's because everybody's everywhere else. At midnight, they're all coming to us. And it was the truth. If you watch our video, as I'm standing there for like an hour beforehand, it starts to fill in very, very quickly. And then all of a sudden, Melissa, who was sitting over by herself, it got so crowded so fast. It was like that. She couldn't get to me. She couldn't find me. So she had to stay where she was. Noah says, I guess I know my bucket list in the future, come to Magic Kingdom New Year's Eve and Epcot on New Year's Eve. Yeah, I mean, for sure. Stephanie Danielle says, I would love to be there for New Year's, but my husband would never go for it. I don't blame him. It was hectic. Once it really started to get crowded, if you're not a crowd person, you probably don't want to be there. You need to stay away. By the way, good luck to everyone running this weekend. Yes, that's right. Epcot's it's the marathons this weekend, which we are not doing. Epcot's the best park compared to any other. I guess in different aspects, I couldn't get over how many people were in the park. Andy, we've gone over this before. We still have the reservation system. I think that on nights like that, that's where the reservation system really earned its keep, so to speak. You're right, because there's going to be nobody there. I agree. I'll never go a week before Christmas again. I just can't imagine if pass holders weren't blocked out. Oh, boy. Right, and that's why they block us out. That's why they block out the pass holders during that week. It's smart because they don't need us. I'm sorry, it's just the truth. They don't need us to be there. I think that ultimately what they'll do is they will never unblock us during that time because they know that they're always going to get the outsiders, the folks that aren't the annual pass holders, to come in during that time. So they don't need us there to make it worse. Can you please keep going on New Year's Eve? I'm not crazy enough to go. I doubt it. I really doubt it. Dallas Cowboy, New Jersey Nets game. The New York Jets game. Yeah, that could be a big crowd. I can see that. But we had a really good time over the weekend. We did Be Our Guest, which you guys will see tomorrow. I've already done the vlog for that. We did it for the first time with the prefix. We did Ale and Compass for the first time. I posted that video. Go check out that video if you guys get a chance. It's already got a lot of views for us, what we consider to be a lot of views. I think you guys would like that. It's really I put a lot into that video. Try to do it a little bit different than what normal people do. But we enjoyed the last couple dining reviews. You'll kind of be interested in their take on some of these dining reviews. Please block me out for those 2 weeks in December for Christmas. Yeah, and to be honest with you, we only did it this year because I had never spent my birthday at Magic Kingdom. I had never been in a Disney park during my birthday because A, we lived in Maryland, or B, we were blocked out. So I couldn't get in anyway. So I wanted to say I at least was able to spend my birthday at Magic Kingdom at least once. And now I can say I did it at all 4 parks because we did the 4-park challenge, which was pretty fun. But I'll say this, if anybody else has ever done it, it's tiring. Because normally when you go to one park, what are you doing? You're walking around, yes, but you're also getting on rides. You're sitting down while you're on that ride for a little bit of time. You're sitting at a place to eat or getting a bite to eat or taking a break. With the 4-park challenge, it's just go, go, go. You're walking the entire time because you're really not doing rides to take that break. Ever been to Mall of America? No, never been there. I think it would be fun to go and see all the partiers. Yeah, I think that's, if I could do one thing next year and not stream it, just experience it. I think I would like to do Epcot next year to experience that. Thunderbombs, welcome in. Good to see you. I pretended to be in the park for my birthday. Just wanted the bun. I totally get that too. That's why I questioned Is Our Dream. I can't always tell your tone in the chat or in person for that matter. Oh, John Serpom, welcome in. Vero Mikes, my goodness, good to see you. Haven't seen you. Yes, it's one of the things we're going to talk about as well. Of course, Splash Mountain. Amy H is here. Welcome in, Amy H. Nice to have you in the chat. Might be your first time. Scott said, I think Magic Kingdom on New Year's Eve is like being at Times Square on the same night, a once-in-a-lifetime experience. I guess in some respects, I can see that, Scott. I can see that. Sierra, welcome in as well. Good to see you. Thanks for being here, everybody. Wow, we got 119 watching right now. So a couple other things about 2022 I wanted to discuss is, first off, just meeting everybody. We had so many people that we met this year for the first time. It was amazing. We absolutely loved it. We got to see Rhiannon again for the first time this year. We got to see Cy for the first time this year. Got to see Dan for the first time in 3 years, almost 4 since we got to see Dan. We met Al and Renee and had dinner with them. We got to meet so many different people this year. It was just amazing. And I'm sure I'm leaving people out, and I apologize, folks, if I am. But we got to meet so many wonderful people this year. Jersey Mike and Rhonda. We got to spend time with so many people. It was so awesome. Nothing makes our day more than being in the park and someone coming up and saying hi and saying, hey, I like your videos. I love your streams. Thank you for what you do. It really, as a streamer, I know I can speak for myself. I don't know about everybody else. That really makes it worth it to us. So that's one of the things in 2022 that it was such a blessing. John Edinger, welcome in, by the way, buddy. I don't know if I said hi to you. My apologies. But good to have you here. Teresa says, I'm hoping to run into you and Melissa this week. I'm sorry, Teresa. I apologize. I wish. And that's one of the things about 2022 that I'm sorry about, because I know there's been, like, Adam from Adam's Land was in town. Didn't get to see Adam. Rob Fuzz was in town for a little while. Only got to see Rob a little bit. I think like one day for like 5 minutes. So I'm sorry about that. I wish we could have spent more time with folks. That's the only downside to it. Yes, new friends too. Rachel, we got to meet Rachel finally, which was fantastic. Just so many friends. It's been an honor and a blessing. I hope everybody knows that. Ray, we got to meet Ray this year. I did New Year's Eve once in the 80s, never again. Showing my age. No, it's pretty amazing. But I think a couple of the highlights for us for 2022, and then I'll talk about what's coming in 2023. And it's important because I want to be transparent. The highlights for 2022, obviously, like I said, meeting all of you guys on a personal level. Our son's wedding to Andrea was absolutely amazing. Just a perfect day, perfect family, perfect weather, perfect amount of people. It was awesome. It was really awesome. Happy to catch your late live for the first time, usually able to see AM. Well, Amy, it's good to see you. Thanks for being here. Renee, heading down at the end of June for 10 days. Great. Al, let us know. All right. Paul's another one. We got to meet Paul. We had breakfast with Paul at Boma, which was amazing. It's been awesome. But 2022 for us, obviously on a personal level, our son getting married was absolutely amazing. On the sadder side of it, obviously my mom passing away was a big deal. That was a bummer. But the best part was obviously Walter's wedding. On the other side of it, for us, Disneyland was amazing. We had such a great time at Disneyland. Park hoppers, welcoming. Good to see you guys. Welcome. Good to have you here. Disneyland was absolutely amazing. It was everything I was hoping it was going to be. I was really actually surprised. And anybody that's been to Disneyland, I'm sure you know this, location was the thing I think was most surprising to me. It's like located right in the middle of the city on the strip with the homeless people all over the place. And you would never think Disneyland was right there, because when you think of Disney World is really its own world. It's like its own little city. You're almost like you're going into the bubble. It doesn't feel like that at Disneyland. You're walking down the strip almost. It almost felt like the Sunset Strip. You're walking down the avenue there, all the cars, the lights, the CVS, the McDonald's, this, that, and the other. And then guess what's right next to McDonald's? Disneyland. It's such a weird feeling. And then once you get through security, then you feel like you're in Disneyland. I don't know. It was one of the weirdest feels to me. It's not like that, at least to me, Suzanne, that Disney, you don't really get that Disney bubble at Disneyland. I don't. Until you're actually in the park. There is no bubble to me there. Emily LSU mom, welcome in. Good to have you here, dear. Hope you're doing well. That's how it was. You would just walk down the street, you step over a couple of homeless people. God bless them. This one woman, God bless her heart. I felt so bad for her. Every day we'd walk by in the morning or at night. She was always right there, laying there. The last night we were there, I was going to stop and give her money if she was awake, and she was asleep. And I didn't want to leave it because I didn't know what was going to happen. But yeah, God bless them. But yeah, you like step over homeless people, trash all over the place, people walking down the street all crazy, talking to themselves. And then you look to your left, oh, there's Disneyland. I don't know. It was something else. Hey, Greg, welcome in. Good to see you. I will say this about Disneyland. They do a lot of things better than Disney World. I hate to say it. They really do. They kind of do it right out there in a lot of aspects. Maybe it's because it's a smaller area and it's a smaller park and they don't need to do as much as you need to do here in Disney World, with all the resorts and all the parks and all the, the acres upon acres of land they have. Maybe that's why they are able to do it better, but they do a lot of things out there better than they do them here. I hate to say that, but it's true. Other than that, with 2022, obviously on a personal level for me, my team won the Super Bowl. They're terrible now, but back in February, they did win the Super Bowl, which was great. That's on a personal level. On a professional level, here we had 14,000 subs, which was fantastic. We did that the last day of the year. It took us to the last day of the year, but we actually got there, which was awesome as well. Gene, did I say hi to you? Welcome in, Gene. I don't know if I did or not, but it was fun. It was a good year. Obviously, some downs, but for the most part, it was great. Each year has gotten better. We've met more and more friends each time. Hanging out with Donna and Richard during the Christmas time was great. Being there for Marc during his event with Donna was fantastic as well. Going to all the different concerts, during the Eat to the Beat or during the what's the Food and Wine one called? I can't think of the name of that concert. But going to the different concerts was amazing. We had so many great artists come out that were just incredible. We had such a great time. Candlelight Processional, I kind of was bummed that they changed it, but it was still a lot of fun. It was a blast. I want to say hi to Allie. I think I saw Allie D. Yeah, Allie D. That is wild about Disneyland. I have only done Disney World, but I love it. Yeah. It's just a different feel. It is. It's just a different feel. Not in a bad way. Not in a bad way. Rooting for the Rams to help my Lions this week. Yeah, but your Lions got to beat Green Bay in Green Bay first. So you got to win your game. Marvin Hicks, welcome in. Good to have you here. Have you thought about how to celebrate 15K subs in 2023? As we get closer to it, we'll talk about that. We'll see. We hope to do something for sure. We'll definitely do a giveaway. But let's talk about 2023. I do have a top 10. I want to go over my top 10 most anticipated movies that I'm looking forward to in 2023, movie-wise. But before we do that, I want to talk about the changes that are coming to the channel. And I want to be, how do I say this? Transparent with everybody. As you guys know, every weekend, as often as possible, we do live streams on the weekends. Now, for those that don't know, Melissa and I work 40-hour-a-week jobs during the week, and we stream on the weekends. So it's 7 days a week. We're doing something. Sometimes that can, life sometimes gets in the way. And when we need to, we take our time off for personal reasons or this, that, and the other. Or if we need a break, we do it. You guys are always very patient, very understanding, very sympathetic. We love it. You're absolutely amazing with that. Yeah, we were. Absolutely. But there have been a lot of changes coming. And I'll go over what those changes are and how it'll affect things moving forward. Dean, the turkey legs, they're welcome in. Obviously, we're moving. We close on our house the end of this month, and we'll be moving further away from Disney. By moving further away, we're able to get more house for a lot less money. That is a big deal because we have to think long term with where we're buying. What are we going to be doing long term? Hey, Christina, welcome in. Good to have you here, dear. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're feeling good. I would do that, Steve. If I could do it, I would. And Melissa has no problem with it. If I could do that, I would do it. We would do it all the time. So that's the first thing. Obviously, we'll be moving. Second thing is I'll be changing positions within the company that I work for. A previous position that I had a lot more flexibility. My hours were set. My days of the week were set very, very easy enough. That's going to change as well. With my new position, the hours are a little bit more, how do I say this? I can't be as flexible as I used to be. They will just up and go. I have got to be there. I've got to be there for these hours to do this job. It's not as flexible for me to move and do the things like I used to do. Just move into the castle. I would love to do that. My hours will change. In the past, I would work 4 to 4:30. I now have to work to 5 at the very earliest. The other thing too is I'll be working Saturdays. Not all the time, but there'll be like a month on, 2 months off, a month on, 2 months off. So Saturday streams are going to become more inconsistent at all, if at all. So that's kind of where I'm going with this, folks. Streams are going to become not every weekend anymore. We're going to try to do more vlogs, move a little bit more into that aspect of it. If I have to work a Saturday, I do get a weekday off. Obviously, Sundays are still Sundays off. So I might have Friday off, or I might have Wednesday off. That'll be a stream day more than likely. That'll be a stream day. Yeah, it's a little more structured for sure, Julie. Absolutely. And that's why I'm bringing this up, is because we stream a lot now. That'll be changing. That's what I'm ultimately getting at, is you're going to see less streams from us. And I hate that, because I know how much you guys love the streams, and that's just going to be, unfortunately, a fact of life of the way things will go. We're going to do our best to still get 2 streams out a week as best we can. One of them might be a weeknight. Even though we're going to be further away, I might have to do it on a weeknight, and then maybe Sundays. So those overseas may not see as many streams from us. Take care, Eric. Have a good night, buddy. Eric Newman's heading out, everybody. Oh, thank you, Pat. I appreciate it. Greg Titus says, will you still do streams? We will do streams, but they're not going to be as many as we normally do. There may be a full weekend where we don't do any streams. It might be 2 weekends in a row. And then it might be 4 straight where we do. And then another weekend where we don't. Sounds like a higher level job, like my management days. Kind of. It's what I needed for sure. I'll put it to you that way. Absolutely no. I mean, and I bring this up because there's members that are there. Your memberships mean everything to us. And when we vlog, there's going to be more of that. And I want to get into that with you. Do what you got to do for you and your family. We'll always be here and appreciate you guys. And that's why I like to be totally upfront with everybody and not be in any way, shape, or form. I don't want to be gray. I don't want to be covert or anything like that about it. I want to tell you the truth up front, so nothing's misleading. There's no need for that. I want to get into doing more vlogs. I like the idea of vlogging. I like the creative aspect of it. If you guys have seen the Yale and Compass video, piecing all of that together, putting in the music, putting in all the bells and whistles, the transitions, doing all that. I like that aspect of it. I want to do more of that. I love this. This is my favorite thing. The interaction with the chat, getting to learn the people, making friends, meeting new people. Well, welcome in, Will. Will Lovins got to meet Will over the weekend as well. Him and his wife were there. Good to have Will in here. I want to do more of that. I really enjoy that. But it's hard to do that when you're streaming all day and then you've worked all week and then it gets a little tiring. And again, I like to be just totally upfront and transparent with you guys. But I like that aspect of it. So if I'm not streaming, more than likely we're doing something for a vlog. Now, vlogs don't get anywhere near as many views as streams do. Streams get thousands of views. Vlogs get hundreds of views. Just, it is. Streams will get 600 likes. Vlogs might get 60 likes. So we understand that in that respect, it won't be the same. But I like the vlogs. I really enjoy them. I like, people will comment on them, and they're fun. Marc says, everyone at my work is severely stressed right now due to so many changes so fast. I've got to get in front of all this change, so my stream watching time is going to be significantly diminished too. Totally get it. Totally get it. But what we're hoping to also do, and this is the exciting thing for me, Melissa and I have been thinking about this for a while now. What's my new job? I'm an adjuster. I'll just put it to you that way. I do work for claims, fraud, and investigator in that respect. But I'm going to be doing different things now that are going to be making me a little bit more under a more tighter schedule than the flexibility I used to have. So that's kind of what I do. I'll leave it at that. But with the new way of doing it, when we vlog, we're going to be going out and vlogging. We're going to be going into more places in Florida. We're going to be doing Florida streams. We're going to be doing more nationwide streams, we hope to. We have some ideas of possibly going to Sedona. We might go to Savannah, Georgia. We're going to go to Florida, Key West possibly, or St. Augustine, or Tampa, or Clearwater. We're going to go to these different places, learn these towns, see the different things. And those that are members are going to get certain members-only exclusive videos from that trip. Like, let's say we go to Savannah and we do a walking tour of Savannah. We may show a portion of that in the regular video. We may show the whole tour as a members exclusive part to that video to give a little bit more of the perks for that. So these are the types of things Melissa and I are trying to work on. Obviously, it's a work in progress, but we want to let you guys know up front what we intend to do. And yeah, I mean, we've been to New York many times, Melissa and I, but we hope to do, possibly a New York trip. We might go to, we thought about, is it South Dakota that has the Mount Rushmore? We're hoping to do that. When we go out to Sedona, we're hoping to possibly go to the Grand Canyon. So we'll film that as well. So these types of things, I think, could be a lot of fun. We could learn some history there. We could learn these areas, do some vlogs. I think it could be a blast. But in no way, shape, or form is Disney not going to still be prominent at all. It is. It's going to be prominent. You're going to get your live streams. We're going to do our best. But there may be some weekends there where we don't stream, and that's what I'm getting at. No, we haven't moved into our new house just yet. Stephanie says, oh, nice. We'll be excited to see the vlogs again. Do what works best for you guys. Well, we want everybody involved with this. We want to make sure that everybody understands and knows. Disney Nerdhers. What's up, Charlie and Stacey? I think they are at Epcot tonight. Welcome in. I hope so. I put this out there. I'm going to put I said this the other day in the stream, and I really want to know the truth. And I want you guys to be truthful with me when I ask this. Hey, BE53, welcome in. Key West sounds awesome. My dad had always wanted to go there. Me too. Never been. Really want to go. Want to try it. I really want to know from you guys, and that's why I'm going to put it out there as a anonymous poll. I want to know why you guys watch. I really do. I want to know, why do you watch? Do you watch because it gives you access to the parks and you can see all the rides? Do you watch because you like the chat and you like to be able to interact with people in the chat? Do you watch because you like Melissa and I and you really enjoy our banner and interaction? Do you watch because you want to see all the merchandise? I want to know the main reason why you watch. If you had to, if someone was, had your arm, was pulling your arm and said, pick one as your main reason why you watch. That's what I want to know. That's what I would like to know. Welcome in, Robin. Good to see Robin's here. Walt, stream from my... We arrive at Disney World in 1 month. That's awesome, Marc. Congratulations. I hope you have fun. That's going to be that's going to be a blast. All of the above. And that's what I don't want, though. No, I want everybody's got to have a main reason why they watch. Because there's so many vloggers out there. I mean, there's so many streamers out there. There's hundreds of us now. There really is. Well, maybe not hundreds of us, but there's probably 50 streamers now. So, why do you, what is it? What is it that, because many of you watch many of them. Well, your changes in 2023 sound awesome. Thank you, A20. I appreciate that. I hope so. I like your singing. Ray's funny. Walt's energy and Melissa. Of course. It's funny. If someone was pulling my arm asking me why I watch, I would do a super karate defensive move on them and take them down. That doesn't really answer my question, Steve, but thank you for telling me that. I like you and Melissa. I love Disney, but can't get there often enough. I like the interaction between you guys in the chat. Yeah, thanks, Roxanne. I think that's key a lot. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. And it's not, again, I'll put a poll out there. I'd like to know. I watch because of the personal connection you and Melissa make with all of your viewers. I like feeling like I'm always hanging out with friends. No, thank you, Christine. That means a lot. Elena says, finding streams fun and informative. I've been to Disney several times in the past, but I've learned a lot from you all since I've joined. And I think that's one of the things I've tried. Cousin Trio, welcoming. Good to have you guys here. Luke and Noah. Hey, guys. What's up? That's one thing, Milena, I will say I've tried seriously hard to do with many of my streams, especially my home streams. I try to give you guys information, knowledge. I think that's important. What's up, Jan? Welcome in, buddy. You and Melissa together, the best streaming team, and make us feel like friends. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I love having you on in the background. Makes me happy to be at Disney. There you go. Exactly. It makes sense. I totally get it. Disney is the main reason, but it has grown. It comes down to people I enjoy watching. Yeah, and that's good, and it should be. Found you because we were missing the parks, and we just flippantly searched for Disney live stream, and you came up. You and Melissa were so welcoming and funny, and we have enjoyed ever since. Thank you, Luke. I appreciate that very much. Stephanie Danielle, love Disney, both of you guys. Love the content and personalities, and just being genuine and down to earth. You and Melissa are like family we never met. Thank you, Stephanie. That means a lot. We watch because of the little family-friendly atmosphere, and that's the biggie. It's got to be family-friendly. That's the main key. Jeff Snook, welcome in, buddy. Jeff Condon, welcome in as well. If not for your stream, I wouldn't be as prepared to be there soon. That's really important, and I think that has to be something that's remembered too. Is it's fun to have fun, but I really find it very important that you guys are educated and know everything and have as much information and full transparency when you come down here. We are not cheerleaders for Disney. You guys know this. If they're doing something wrong, we're going to call them out. If they're doing something we don't like, I'm going to call them out. I'm going to do it respectfully. I'm going to do it professionally, but I'm going to do it. And you guys know that. And I try to, that's why I have these home streams. I love these home streams where I can just talk Disney with you guys, because this is where we can just talk about the issues, talk about the parks, talk about the news. It's important. Amy says, watch because you guys are honest about how you guys feel about things going on. It feels natural and is very positive. Well, thank you, Amy. I appreciate that. It is. I mean, it's very important that I know Disney might want the cheerleaders. I'm not going to do that. If it's just not, I'm not going to do that. I feel better that I grew up in Philly. That's why I was funny. Let's see, Rebecca. Another key part of your streams is you actually talk and interact and not acknowledge us. You don't get that on many other streams. It's hard. Trust me, as someone who's watching, I try hard to do that. I mean, I have 142 people watching right now. I just think that's mind blowing for a home stream. I just love it, and you guys are amazing. And that's why sometimes we'll go over an hour, because I don't want to miss some of the chat. I mean, and I've missed plenty, I'm sure. But I think it's important that you guys are acknowledged. You're the reason we stream. Without you, we're talking to ourselves. There's nothing else to do. Thank you, Andy. I appreciate that. We do care. We do. Aline says, I watch because I miss Disney so much, and watching you guys there feels like I'm there too. You and Melissa are so friendly and kind. Thank you. I appreciate that. Mark says, you said there are many live streams to choose from. I watch your streams because you attend to your viewers so well. And Melissa's laugh. This family that you created is also important. Thank you. I appreciate that. You know, there's so many people that we have to thank from streams as well. I mean, we go way back before a lot of you were here when Melissa and I only had like 1,000, 1,200 subscribers. I mean, this was a long time ago. And many of you in here know it. That some of you have been here that long. We have so many people to thank. Disney Dan was the reason why we even started streaming. I watched Dan one day and I said, "Oh, I can do that. I think that'd be fun." Because he was fun. He was welcoming. He was great. I stopped watching live streams due to the cheerleading. Yeah, it happens. Allie D says, so random question. I'm going to Disney World in 19 days. And I haven't been there in 4 years, so lots has changed since then. What would your biggest and honest recommendation? Plan. Try to plan. Try to know what you want to do and do what you want. Do what you know you want to do, if that makes sense. But be flexible at times. Not everything's going to go according to the way you want to do it, but be patient. I would say get there early. If you're an early bird, you're probably going to catch the worm. A lot of people will wait till later in the day. You can get a lot done if you go early. What year did you start streaming? 2015, Julie, but we went really full bull go in 2019. But we have like a Disney Life for me who no longer stream or no longer really in the community. They kind of went, they kind of stopped. Miguel and Daniela, absolutely amazing people. They used to do on Sunday nights, guys. You would have loved it. And they would be such a hit if they did it today. Mariah Crossley, welcome and good to see you. They used to do Disney Jeopardy every Sunday night. And they would do it like this. And you guys in the chat would have to answer the questions and they would keep track of it. And then they'd have a winner every week. And then the last week of the month, the 3 winners from the previous week would come on and they'd have a Disney Jeopardy on there and they'd give away prizes. And they were fantastic back then. It was when this all really started. It was amazing. Robert says, you're well informed about all things Disney, comes across in a way that is engaging. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. But I feel that. I mean, they used to do that and they were so big. And really, that's what really, in my opinion, for us anyway, really brought that community together because everybody would be there. That's how I met Steve, Steve's World. I won one week on Jeopardy. Steve won one week. And then him and somebody else were there for the championship on that month. And Steve and I made it to the finals. And we both got the question right, but I didn't bid correctly. I didn't bid enough, and he beat us by like $1 or $100 or something. But that's how we met Steve. We met Steve on Disney Jeopardy on Sunday nights. That's how we met Meg. That's how we met so many people. I think Brandy and Dave. Thank you, Dana Marie. Welcome in, by the way. Do you remember that Florida feeling? Do you remember that? It was just the best. Jonathan, you were there back then, right? We were just getting going back then. It was very early on, and I mean very early. The only people that were streaming in the parks back then was Resort TV 1. Really, that was it. Streaming. It was just a neat time. I really wish you guys were all there for that, and I really wished Daniela and Miguel still did that, but that took a lot of work. It really did, but it was an amazing, amazing thing. Cynthia, yes. But no, that's our plans for 2023. There will be some change. There'll be some less streams for sure. And I know everybody loves the streams. I'll be honest with you. I really would like to do more of this. I miss this. This is how it all started for a lot of us. Home streams. A lot of us didn't live down here. We lived, abroad I say abroad, but abroad from Disney. And we used to do home streams all the time. I would go on Meg's channel. I'd go on Dan's channel. I'd go on the Disney Nerd Herders channel. They would come on our channel. Brandy and Dave had a channel. Steve had a channel. We'd go on with him sometimes. That's just what we did. And it was before everybody moved down here. Myers and the Mouse, Diz Our Dream. We all had home streams. They were so much fun and they're much more engaging. They're much more intimate and personal. And you guys can really talk to us. And we're not, because all I'm doing is watching the chat the whole time. When you're in the park, You're in line. You got to watch where you're walking. You're on a ride. So you got to take care of this. You got to take that. You miss a lot. With the home streams, you get a little bit more of this where I can see it more. Jeanette says, I found Walt and Melissa because someone, maybe Donna, told us that you were doing a charity stream for Pete. I didn't know who you or Pete were, but I was attracted to the charity and community. Yeah, that was a fun day too. That was a great day. Shell the Quilter, I enjoyed watching both of you and won't mind if you do videos at other locations. We have the same sense of humor. I like when you lose Melissa in the parks. I used to watch your movie reviews. Movie reviews are coming back. That's another thing. Dan and I are going to get back into the Disney movie reviews. Next Wednesday, we should have a Disney movie review, and we're going to talk about 2022, all of the movies we reviewed, and we're going to kind of put them in order. So Disney movie reviews are coming back. That's going to be a blast. All right, so we're getting very, very late. I want to talk about my top 10 2023 movies that I'm most looking forward to. I think I have them in the order that I want. And you guys, hello, Kathy Hollister. Welcome in. Good to have you here. I will tell you this right now. We're definitely going to go into more places in Florida where we're going to do some vlogs. Look for St. Augustine, a Clearwater, a Tampa. Probably going to try to find a way to get up to Savannah. We'd like to go that way. We're really looking into Sedona, Arizona, to go out there to see Sedona. So there's going to be some definite vlogs of different areas coming. I can't say specifically when. It's all about time and money and being able to get there. But that's what we're going to do for sure. Yeah, nothing gets the chat riled up better than the list. That's the guys on the street. And we met Kenneth and his family not too long ago, a couple weeks back. They were here on vacation, and that was a blast too. And let me just say this, because we always forget. If you guys ever see us, if you want a picture, please say something, because we never think of it. Kenneth, we didn't get a picture with Kenneth. We didn't get a picture with Will. We didn't get a picture with so many people so many times. And we get so upset by that. Hey, Tyler, welcome in. Good to see you. Hope he's doing well. I went to Sedona 5 years ago, Walt, so I can send you and Melissa a list. Yeah, send me. I've been to Sedona. With the job I do now, I had to go out there for 2 weeks for training. And during that 2 weeks on the weekend, I went to Sedona. It's amazing. Yeah, it is. It's pretty awesome out there. It's beautiful. But I want to take Melissa. You got one with me. Oh, thank you, Rebecca. We forgot a picture. That's right. Well, Melissa got a picture with you. I didn't. But she did. Right. And Andy's another one. We forgot. All right, we didn't get a picture. I know. It's we always forget. 0.5 flick. That's a Jeff thing. I'm like, just say you're taking the picture, Jeff. I'm just kidding. I remember photos with everyone but one person, so I'm happy for that. Yeah, we got a picture with Jeanette. That's right. We were in Frontierland. Yes, Jeff, for sure. I hope so too, buddy. All right, so top 10 list. First, I'm going to give, now I don't have pictures or anything like that like Jim does. Hopefully, when we get into the new house, I'll be able to connect some of that up and have a better studio for that as well, so that I am able to get more pictures and stuff like that. But first, I'm going to give you, I have 3 honorable mentions, and I'll tell you the movies and when they're going to be released. Griswold Family Vacay, welcome in. Good to see you. Sedona's great. It's Danny, right? Danny Griswold, I think. Welcome in. I love the Catholic Church there, but all the roundabouts are crazy. I'm going to look into that. Yeah, I forgot to ask for a picture when I was first met Walt. I really regretted it. So glad I got a second opportunity at Donna's. Yes, me too, Mark. I'm glad we did too. Good night. Running our show. Have a great night. Thanks for being here. And thanks for the t-shirts. They sent us t-shirts. One of the t-shirts said, "That's a special meatball." So I'll be wearing that soon. I'm going to probably make t-shirts on our spreadshirt. So we have that as well. All right, so my first 3. These are 3 honorable mentions. First one is Shazam, Fury of the Gods. Comes out March 17th. I like the first Shazam. Zachary Levi is really good as Shazam. I thought that was a lot of fun. That's one of them that I'm looking forward to. Another one is The Equalizer, Part 3. Denzel Washington. The first 2 Equalizers actually are really good movies. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. I always like Denzel Washington as a good guy. I don't like him as a bad guy. He's played bad guys. I don't like him as a bad guy. I like him as a good guy. And he's a really good guy in The Equalizer. Well, part 3 is coming out, and that's coming out September 1st. So we got a little while to wait for that one. Now, this one is an honorable mention that I think everybody should really look into. But you have to be able to like movies with subtitles. It's called The Three Musketeers, D'Artagnan. It comes out April 5th, but it is a French movie. It's in French. But it stars Eva Green. If everybody knows who Eva Green is, she's one of my favorites. I think she's absolutely beautiful. I love Eva Green. She's in it. There's another guy in it he's not a big star, but he's been in, like, if you saw like Ocean's 12, the second Ocean's movie. Remember the rich guy that was in it, that was the bad guy that did all the dancing. He's in this movie. It looks actually really, really good, but it's in French. It's a French movie, but it's called Three Musketeers, D'Artagnan, and that comes out April 5th. That actually looks pretty good. Welcome in, Vladon. Welcome in. Good to see you. I'm sure I said that wrong. It's probably Vladenbreen. Welcome in. Good to have you here. Let me know if any of you guys have heard of any of these movies. So that's my honorable mention. My number 10 movie on this list comes out December 15th. It's called Wonka. It's a Willy Wonka movie, but it's him not as an adult. It's him as a kid, like as a teenager, I guess, in his like late teens, early 20s, when he's first getting started. It stars the kid from Dune. If you've seen the new Dune movie, I don't know his name. Comes out December 15th. I haven't seen the trailer yet, but I like the synopsis of it. I love Willy Wonka. Not the one with Johnny Depp. I'm sorry, I think Johnny Depp was a terrible Willy Wonka. But Gene Wilder is Willy Wonka. I love that movie. It's one of my favorites of all time. So I'm kind of interested in this movie. I think this could be a good movie. Timothy Chalamet, thank you. Nick, I knew you would know. I couldn't think of it. Amy M., have a good night. Thanks for being here. Just made sure to like the stream heading to bed, work at 4 a.m. Oh, my goodness. God bless you. Have a good night. For a moment, I thought you said Waka, like the Fozzie Bear story. Nope, but it's coming. Yeah, Al, Wonka. I don't think we've gotten a trailer on this. I don't think. I definitely want to see this. So we'll see. What's the stream about? We've been talking about 2022. We've been talking about plans for 2023, and now I'm giving you my top 10 list of my most anticipated movies of 2023. And let me know in the chat what you guys want, what you're looking for in 2023 for movies. What's the movies you're looking for? Rachel loves Timothy Chalamet. That's hilarious. So that's number 10. Number 9, I know this movie is going to be a lot higher for a lot of people, but it's number 9 for me because I'm worried. Because the previous movie was horrendous, and because the dude ain't getting any younger, and there's only so much they can do. And that's Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. It comes out June 30th. By the way, Wonka comes out December 15th. June 30th, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Harrison Ford as Indiana Jones. They say this is it. This will be his last one. I hope so. Kingdom of the Crystal Skull was one of the single worst movies ever. Just horrible. I hate to say that, but it was. It was so bad. And but it's Indiana Jones, and it could be really, really good. I'm hoping it's good, but I am worried. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it will be. ARP membership. It's true. Now, see, I'll tell you right now, Scott, Transformers didn't make my list. Other than the first Transformers, I really have not liked any of those movies. Ken says, oh, yeah, I'm nervous about that one, too. I love Indy. I pretend the crystal doesn't exist. Raiders is one of my favorite movies of all time. Yes, Raiders of the Lost Ark. The beginning of Raiders of the Lost Ark, that first 10 minutes, is just absolute genius. It's amazing. 2 things I wanted to do as a child: get locked in overnight at a toy store and go to the Wonka factory. Amen. I agree, Al, 100%. Do you think so, Griswold? I don't know. I thought it looked okay. It looked worrisome. Elena says, can't wait for Indiana Jones to be in my top 5 movies. Can't wait to see. But I've always loved those movies. All but Crystal Skull. It was not good. I agree. It wasn't good at all. At all. It was terrible in senior. senior living resort. I love Harrison Ford. He's one of my favorite actors of all time. But we'll see. Christina Rackley, welcome in. Hey, Mark, how are you doing today? Hello, Christina. She must be talking to somebody else in the chat, but good to have you here. All right. Okay, so that was that one. I think I missed one because I put something else on here. All right, so number 8, I put Wonka again. I know it's not Wonka. Oh my God, what did I miss? Oh my God, I'm sorry, guys. Let's go to number 7. Number 7, December 25th, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. I actually enjoyed the first Aquaman. I did. A lot of people didn't enjoy it. I thought it was fun. I think because I went in with no expectations. I didn't know what to think. I like Jason Momoa. I think he's a pretty good actor. I don't think he's a great actor. I think he's okay. He's got a lot of charisma. He's not your prototypical Aquaman. If you look at the comics and all that, he's not the blonde hair, blue eye Aquaman. But I thought he did a really good job. I liked the movie. The special effects were great. And I'm looking forward to this one. I think this one could be a lot of fun. I can't remember what my number 8 was. I had Wonka twice, and I know it's not Wonka. But number 7 is Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. I think that one could be a lot of fun. Now, number 6, we're going to get into the one that scares me the most on this list. But if they do it right, it could be, I'm sorry, I think it could be a franchise for Disney. I really think it could be a franchise if they do it right and they go the right way. And that's the Haunted Mansion. Yes, they're redoing it again. Owen Wilson is in it. Who else is in it? I can't think of who else is in it. What's her name from Daredevil? Oh my gosh. I can't think of her name off the top of my head. But Owen Wilson's in it. Haunted Mansion, August 11th. Looks nothing yet. We haven't seen anything yet. What's her name from Clerks? The one that was in Daredevil, the nurse. Oh my God, I can't think of her name. Anybody know who I'm talking about? But anyway, Haunted Mansion, August 11th, it comes out. We haven't seen the trailer yet. We have Danny DeVito's in it too. Oh my God, I can't think of her name. Come on, somebody help me out in the chat. I know you guys know who I'm talking about here. She was in Daredevil as the nurse. She was in Clerks. She's been in. She's Ahsoka. The one that plays Ahsoka. I can't think of her name. Nah, not Jennifer. Rosario Dawson. Thank you. Rosario Dawson's in it. Again, where I think they're going wrong with this is, and I hope they don't do it as much as they did it with the one with Eddie Murphy. They're kind of making it a comedy. I really wish they would go more on the edgier side of things. Not blood and guts and gore, but make it more of a thriller type scary movie. Not frightening like, oh my God, nobody wants to go see this, but a little bit more intense instead of the whimsical, scary. I don't know. I just think it could be better. Everybody says they're excited for it. I hope so, but I'm really... No, not Evil Dead, because that's too gory. That's too bloody. That I don't want that. But I do want intense. I do want drama. That's what I want from it. I want it to be a little scary. Hey, Charles, welcome in. I thought it was too, Matt, but I kind of read the synopsis beforehand, and it was kind of a thriller comedy type thing. I don't know how you can do that, but I guess that's what they think they might do. Suspense. Yeah, a suspense thriller, really, with some comedy thrown in. You can have some charm to it. But, we'll see. I don't know. But that's my number 6 is the Haunted Mansion. Number 5, I'm really looking forward to this only because of a couple of the cameos that's going to be in it. But I've heard really good things. The studio is absolutely in love with this movie. They were going to cancel it because the main actor has had so many legal problems. But they said the movie was so fantastic that they wouldn't cancel it, even though he's the one that's... Right, Jamie Lee Curtis is also in the Haunted Mansion. That's exactly right, Scott. She's in there too. But that's The Flash with Ezra Miller. Now, he's gone off the rails. He's absolutely crazy. He's hurting people. He's doing this. He's doing that. But they say the movie is fantastic. They've reviewed it. They've looked at it, and they say it's amazing. I'm really excited because Michael Keaton, who's my favorite Batman, returns as Batman in this. He is the 1989 Batman in this, because I guess there's some time travel or whatever. But yes, The Flash. It's the first Flash movie ever. Flash has always been in a supporting capacity in all the other DC movies. I'm not looking forward to it for Ezra Miller. I'm looking forward to it because they're going to have Michael Keaton in it. I think it's fantastic. I love him as Bruce Wayne. I loved him as Batman. He's my favorite. Christian Bale's a close number 2. I just can't wait for this. I can't wait to see what they're going to do. Go look at the little teaser trailer they did for it. They got a little bit of Batman in there. You hear him. You hear the music from Batman 1989. It's just, I can't wait. I can't wait. Who? Walt. Wait, who? The Flash. No, Batman. He was in Birdman, but man, Batman 1989. I'm sorry, Batman 1989 is what put comic books back on the map. Now I know we had Superman in the 70s, but Batman 1989 was the movie that showed Hollywood that comic books can be blockbusters. It just was. I can remember I was 18 when that movie came out in 1989. I remember going to the movie theater and just the beginning when you hear the music playing, and it was like, oh my God, this is fantastic. This is unbelievable. You're 18-year-old, so you're encapsulated, you just love it. But I don't know. It was awesome. And the ending when they're going up the skyscrapers and they're playing the music, and then you see the bat signal and he's right there, and it's just like, it was awesome. It was epic. It was epic. And the soundtrack that's Batman's soundtrack. When everybody hears that music, you know who it is. You know who it is. But anyway, so he's going to be in The Flash, and I'm excited for that. And that's my number 5. Number 4, Mission Impossible, Dead Reckoning, Part 1. Say what you want about Tom Cruise. The guy knocks it out of the park every time he does a movie. His Mission Impossible movies are good movies. Every single one of them make buku money. He knocked it out of the park with Top Gun Maverick, and I think he's going to do it again with this. Go online to YouTube and look up his stunts that he's doing in this new movie. It's off the chain, and he does his own stunts. The guy's older than me. He's in his 50s, for crying out loud. Yeah, Mason loves Grant Gustin, too. Is a better flat. He might be... Grant Gustin, to me, is not a movie star, though. He's an actor for TV. Certain people can do TV, but they can't do movies. And I don't know that Grant Gustin can do movies, Rachel. That's just my opinion. It's the God's honest truth, Scott. It's amazing. It's just awesome. I'm sorry. But the Mario movie looks cute. No, I agree. The Mario movie looks cute. Didn't make my list, but it does look cute. I agree. Anyway, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning. Tom Cruise is in this. All the stars are back. Ving Rhames is back in it. They're all in it again. I can't wait to see this movie. I think it looks really, really good. Lots of action. I actually think, I hate to say this, but I actually think it in Indiana Jones too, but I think there's a good possibility this is it for Mission Impossible movies. And I think Ethan Hunt might die at the end of this. Not part 1, but part 2 when they do, because it's a Dead Reckoning part 1 and part 2. I think we might be seeing, just like with Bond. I hope everybody has seen the new Bond movie, No Time to Die. I called it. I said it. I said they're going to kill James Bond in this movie. And they did. And they killed him. And I was crying all over the place at the end of that movie. I couldn't believe they killed James Bond, but they did. So sorry if you haven't seen it. I hate to spoil it, but the statute of limitations is up. And I really think Ethan Hunt's going to die at the end of part 2 of this movie. I really do. But I am looking forward to part 1. Yeah, it's a 2-parter, kind of like Harry Potter did. Yep. What's up, Brian? Welcome in. Good to have you here. And I'm looking forward to that one. I think that movie's going to be fantastic. Number 3, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. This looks really good. There is a trailer out there right now. It's kind of a teaser trailer. That's out there. I think this movie looks really, really good. Again, this is the last iteration of this Guardians of the Galaxy group. So I do think we're going to lose some of them as well in this movie. But I think this could be a really good movie. Adam Warlock is going to be introduced in this movie as well. I think it's going to help to move us forward with these phases. I think we're going to see some surprises, some sad stuff as well, maybe some new characters introduced by this movie. But Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is my number 3 most anticipated movie of 2023. Number 2, and I got to tell you, this franchise has just come out of nowhere. I watched the first one. I was like, all right, I'll watch it. Let's just see what it's like. And it was one of the coolest things. And I was like, this is really neat. And I think it's right up this actor's alley for what they need to do. I don't think this guy is the best actor in the world, but I think these types of roles are good for him. And his franchise is just skyrocketed. And that's John Wick Chapter 4. I love the John Wick movies. I don't know why. They're really just the same thing over and over again. It really is. But all the bad guys in this movie and him and how all the different things that he's got to go through. Now, obviously, I'm a guy, so of course a lot of these are action movies. I'm sorry, folks. I'm sure the ladies are going to have a totally different top 10 than me. But that's kind of where I am. I'm sorry. I'm sure some of these don't make anybody's list. Hey, Patrick, welcome in. Patrick Julian's here. Just so she's not forgotten, and to the rest of the crew here on the Mouse Talk channel, good evening. Thank you. Good to have you. But it's just my thing. You haven't seen John Wick 1 yet? Oh, they're good movies. They're good, Brian. They're very violent, but I think they're good movies. What I'm hoping to get with John Wick Chapter 4 is them getting back to the history of the high table and the importance of the high table. And actually, the importance of John Wick and just how revered and feared he was. See, the first John Wick, people were afraid of him. They were like, oh, my God, John Wick's coming. We got to get out of here. It wasn't like that as the movies went on. People were less afraid of him. I didn't like that. I like the fact that there was a certain aura about him. And I'm hoping they get back to that in this movie. And I hope they talk more about the history of the high table and who is in it and the importance of it and what it means. So John Wick Chapter 4. But my number one most anticipated movie, and the reason, I'll tell you the reason in just a minute, comes out February. By the way, Guardians of the Galaxy May 5th, Dead Reckoning July 14th, The Flash June 23rd, Haunted Mansion August 11th, John Wick March 24th. So that's not too far away. But my number one most anticipated movie 2023, and I never thought I'd say this, is Ant-Man Quantumania, because I really think, hey, Joanne Puzzles, welcome in. Good to have you here, dear. I don't know if I said hi early, but I want to say hi now. I think we're going to get some major cameos, introductions of new people. I think it's really going to move these next phases forward. They've already said it's going to be like an Avengers type movie. I really think that we're going to get the introduction of the first family in this movie in some aspect. I don't know if it's going to be an end credit scene or if they're going to be in the movie as a cameo or what, but I really think the Fantastic Four might see some screen time in this movie. I think we're going to, because they're in the quantum realm, and I think that's where they are. And I just think there's going to be a lot of, oh my God, moments in this movie. And it's really going to introduce Kang the Conqueror. I just think we could get a lot from this movie. I think this movie could be a real biggie in introducing some new characters moving forward that we've not seen yet. And we'll see. The trailer looks, it's a teaser we've gotten, looks really good. The full trailer is Monday night. Now, Monday night is the college football championship game. They are airing the full trailer for Ant-Man Quantumania on Monday. I don't know when, but it'll be during the commercial break. They're going to play the trailer. So get ready. Monday, at some point, it's going to hit the internet, and you'll be able to see the full trailer. But that's it. That's my list. That's my 2023 list. Fair Redhead number 2. May you feel better soon. Remember to summon Walt with the bell as needed. No, I don't do that. I'm just kidding. Now, Creed 3 is coming out this year. I'm looking forward to that and see how it goes without Sly Stallone. That's why I won't watch. he should be in those movies. I'm sorry. Anyone named Lance here? It's uncommon now, but in medieval times, people were named Lancelot. Yeah, that was good. I like that. Yeah, it's probably maybe during halftime, Scott. That's a good point. Yep. And by the way, thoughts and prayers out to the I think his name is Damar Hamlin or Jamar Hamlin, the guy for Buffalo who went into cardiac arrest last night on the football field during the football game last night. And prayers to him for a safe recovery, and to Hawkeye himself, Jeremy Renner, who got into a big accident over the weekend. So prayers for them. But guys, that's our 2022 in review. That's our 2023 coming up. Hey, Wayne, welcome in, buddy. Happy New Year. I really hope you guys have enjoyed the streams. We've enjoyed bringing them to you. And it's not that we won't be doing this again. We will. We're going to be doing this a lot. Streaming is not going away. It's just going to be curtailed a little bit. You might see more of these. You might see some more vlogs and things of that nature. But I never underestimate how honored and privileged and thankful we are for all the support. Melissa and I, we never forget that. That's why we go as often as we do, as much as we can, because we really want to help bring Disney to you so that you guys can get what you can't get, and that's Disney as much as possible. This is an addiction. At least for me, it is. I really enjoy the interaction with folks. You guys are always amazing and just so supportive of us, and we really appreciate that. So we love you guys, and we're just so honored and thankful. Just thank you again for all the support last year. 2023 is going to be a fun year. There'll be some changes, obviously. Some of them might be a little bit hard to take at first, but hopefully we'll be able to get into a nice rhythm with it and be able to continue to grow our Mouse Talk family here. But thank you to everybody who stopped us and said hi this year, coming into the chat, becoming a member, what have you. Even if you're just watching and you're not chatting and you're just in the background, we still know it and we still really appreciate it. Cheryl says, well, I saw the hit. I said to my wife before the medics even came out, I said, oh no, he is in cardiac arrest. She said, how do you know? I said, the spot he was hit with the force. Yeah. I wouldn't have known that. I didn't know. I didn't know what happened. I'm excited for 2023 and your changes. I wish you guys all the best. Thank you, Ethan. I appreciate that very much, buddy. I hope you have a good day. Well, I'm tearing up just like Diana Ross and Supreme singing Someday We'll Be Together. That's a good song. Thanks, AB. I appreciate it. We'll be here for the ride, says Ken. Thank you, guys. Everybody have a great rest of your day. We will definitely see you this weekend for streams. I think, again, I don't want to say 100% just yet, but I'm pretty sure we will. Look for those thumbnails. But we love you guys. Thank you again for all the support. Thank you for 14,000 subscribers. And thanks for being part of the Mouse Talk family. And Dean over at the Live Place, Magic of the Mouse Radio, Steve's World, Disney Dan, Pete McDevitt, Diz Our Dream, all 4 partner channels. They're all amazing. Members, thank you for everything you do. Thank you for that extra generosity and loyalty. We're not able to do the things we do without the memberships because that's a big piece of it. It really is. Go check out our latest video. We did a vlog of Ale and Compass. I hope you guys enjoy it. It was a lot of fun doing. Go help us give some views on that. That would be amazing. Just go right down into the videos there. You'll see it. It's only about 8-9 minutes long. It's not that long at all. I think you guys would enjoy it. And mods, thank you to our mods. We have the best mods out there. I honestly believe that. You're amazing. Have a great night, everybody. And as we always say, and I'll never change this, take care of yourselves and each other. Happy New Year, and we'll talk to you soon.